moon landing rover will look like a flying saucer to levitate across the lunar surface. MIT gives us an image of this. Scientists are developing a new type of concept for a hovering lunar rover. Obviously, this would be much better than what we have now, as they claim that it will be able to levitate by harnessing the moon's natural charge. The rover resembles a flying saucer. It uses miniature ion thrusters called ionic liquid ion sources to levitate, and the vehicle takes advantage of the natural electric fields that are built up over the moon's surface due to the direct exposure to solar radiation and to a lack of atmosphere. I wonder if we could do this on Earth as well. This surface charge is said to be strong enough to kick up moon dust and to levitate it more than 3 feet above the ground, just like static electricity makes the hair stand up on end. And right now this device is still a concept, has only been tested out in simulations, not in a real-world scenario. But the team of researchers at MIT are confident that it will operate as predicted. The scientists hope that this kind of device could one day help future missions to the moon and asteroids and will safely hover and maneuver over unknown, uneven terrain. The rover works by sending electricity in the form of ions to the surface of the moon, which would then get repelled by the lunar surface, pushing it off the ground. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box. In their first feasibility study, the researchers from MIT found that the ion repulsion boost could be strong enough to get 2-pound vehicle on the moon or on a large asteroid such as Psyche. The lead author is Oliver G. Richards, a graduate student at MIT's Department of Aeronautics and Astronomics. He said, "We think of using this like a Hayabusa mission that were launched by the Japanese Space Agency." He said that spacecraft operated around a small asteroid and deployed small rovers to its surface. Similarly, we think the future mission could send out small hovering rovers to explore the surface of the moon and other asteroids. So these ions are shot into the ground through small micro-fabricated nozzles connected to a reservoir containing ionic liquid. And ionic liquid is basically a salt that is found in liquid state at temperatures below 100 degrees Celsius, that's below boiling. And when a current passes through this liquid, the ions are charged and emit a beam through the nozzles. Mathematically, the scientists found that this model would be feasible and would require a small 2-pound rover on the moon, able to get about 3 inches off the ground. And according to leading researcher Paolo Lozano, he says this kind of ionic design uses very little power to generate a lot of voltage, he says. He says that the power needed is so small, you could do this almost for free. With a levitating rover, you don't have to worry about wheels or moving parts. An asteroid's terrain could be totally uneven, and as long as you had a controlled mechanism to keep your rover floating, then you could get over very rough, unexplored terrain without having to dodge the asteroid physically, he said. So, we'll see if that will be able to work in the real world. This is by Anthony Ashkenazi on Express UK. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support.